to Tony May, who's former explosives enforcement officer for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, joining us in a Fox Business exclusive. You just heard a couple of things here, Tony. Number one, it's officially terror, and the FBI has to be very careful of exactly what it decides and how it puts this out. But a house of horrors paired with all kinds of stuff that's coming out on the web, what is your best assessment at the moment of how many tentacles there are from this one couple?
Well, that's difficult to say. It's been my opinion all along that it was terrorism from day one. But the logistic support that this couple had to have had. I mean, you don't just do these things in a vacuum. The photos from the crime scene from the residence showed a bag full of pipes, pipe bombs, reportedly. You know, it appeared to me that that bag was probably delivered to them that way. Now, whether or not those are full of pipe bombs is yet to be seen. That's to be investigated still. But it's quite a feat that to gather this kind of equipment and this kind of material without some support.
There's hard evidence, and then there's electronic evidence. The female suspect in all of this, Tashfeen Malik, and I am guessing, Tony, that this is really the lead piece of evidence, although the FBI is disinclined to at least give too many details here, that she posted something on Facebook where she pledged her allegiance to ISIS just after she pulled off these horrific 14 murders of innocent people, and then she deleted it. She tried to get rid of it, but what did they do? They were able to get it back. You know, officials can recover anything on a computer, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, what people need to understand is, you know, what goes out there on the internet is always out there. It doesn't go away.
Well, now but, that's actually, and I guess our point is, that's helping the FBI. Absolutely,
and in this, you know, we saw this before. I believe it was a Garland, Texas shooting where they pledged allegiance to ISIS. So this is kind of a trend that we're seeing, and the investigators are going to start looking for in heaven forbid future attacks which are going to occur. But this kind of electronic messaging, it's out there. It's going to happen.
Okay, CAIR. Now, we've been hearing a lot about this in the last 17 minutes. CAIR. This is a website. It's called the Council on American Islamic Relations. I'm looking at it right now. Looks like a completely organized website here, but they apparently followed one of the suspects, either Facebook or I believe Twitter possibly. Would investigators then go to CAIR, C-A-I-R, and be looking at something like that?
I'm not familiar with that website, but
Nor
certainly
were many of us, but now we are.
Right. Certainly, if there is a link to the suspects, that investigative lead will take investigators there. They will be tracking that down and trying to see what the connection is.
Okay. Can we get a shot here, Marco? I just want to show people because, in essence, it's talking a lot about immigrants. Can we dissolve to that? Can't get to that? All right, here it is. This is the website. America is a land full of immigrants, and they talk about the civil rights and how you see here the director condemned terror attacks in Paris, and yet they seem to be very, very in key here with the brother-in-law of the suspect, and we're not making any conclusions here. That's very important to do, but I wonder, Tony, if maybe the best clues are going to come from the web.
Well, it's possible. Now, I remember seeing that news conference as it was occurring by those individuals. It was interesting that it came out rather quickly, but you know, that's the Muslim community needs to get out in front of this extremist issue. You know, they're going to be a key role in this in order to stop this radicalization or self-radicalization, and not only the Muslim community but the American public as a whole. Needs to get behind this or get out ahead of it actually, and see if it can be slowed down or stopped.